Alright guys, what's up? Today we're going to do some coaching for a viewer who requested some coaching. He is bronze 2 or 3, he said, and he wanted some tips on his Moon Knight. Now, he did end this game like some really nice score, 24-5 or something like that. So I don't know, maybe he was just trying to find a sneaky way of me to post a video of him just crushing these noobs, right? But that's okay, because I got some criticism for you anyway. That being said, guys, it is easier for me to analyze videos and really give you constructive feedback on games where you're struggling, maybe where games are a little bit closer, than it is just complete stomps on either way. When your team is losing completely horribly, and everyone on the team is doing really poorly, it's kind of hard to critique that, as well as when your team is just completely stomping, right? Because there's less, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, this is on the Yggdrasil map.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3.
So he runs in here to the middle. Everyone runs in here. He gets this great pick on the shark. Very great focus. Obviously, you want to get those squishies. Better get the healer squishies out of the way for obvious reasons. And then you're going for the second one. So I really love that aim. That's obviously great, but you go down, right? And you didn't need to die here because you could have just backed out. And I mean, when I'm watching this, like, for my knowledge, I tense up because look at this Black Panther, like, and then, you know, you got the Squirrel Girl over here. There's a pretty good chance that they're going to be targeting you, like they obviously should, because Captain America is a tank and you're a squishy person out here. Like, they're going to shoot you down, which they do. And you could have just, as soon as you got that kill, just backed out a little bit. You probably could have even gotten that kill from further back, a safer distance, right? Because you are a ranged hero. And, or, you know, as soon as you got that kill, you could have flipped a 180, like threw a grappling hook, pulled yourself towards the wall just for safety, to give you a higher chance of survival there. And of course, for obvious reasons, if you're surviving, you can still dish out way more damage, you know, in that 30 seconds for you to get back to the fight. You know, you could have dealt out like 15 times more damage, like theoretically, right? If it went that way. But I do like, you know, that you're getting those healers. That's huge. In fact, getting that first healer was very crucial for your fight, for your team. And also the other thing is, you know, even if you got that first kill and then just backed out, like, your team was cleaning that up, no problem. Your team had no problem cleaning up that fight without you there. So it's not like you had to do this dire go in for the kill for that second squishy, right? So just little things like this. Going for less kills in all of your games, less deaths, is huge. You will raise your win rate by a lot just by that simple thing, just trying to die less in games. It's just very huge. Like that, you know, 30-second gap if you're running back to the fight is just so crucial or detrimental. Okay, so I like the high ground here. Very good on Moon Knight. It's very good for him to set up his onks easier and also use his ult, you know, because his ult will get kind of blocked on obstructions when you're trying to aim it further away. So that's always really crucial on heroes like Moon Knight. But up here, you know, you're just exposed too long. That's pretty much it. The shark gets a nice little snipe on you around the corner. But, I mean, up here, like, maybe some of these guys, like, you know, these guys right down here can't really see you just because you have that vantage point up there. But these guys over here, like the shark and Squirrel Girl, can easily see you, right? So let's just kind of see what it looks like from their perspective. Just so you have an idea of like what you look like, right? The shark's not giving me the best vision of you, but yeah. So I mean, you easily could have just backed out there and saved another life, of course. Now, yeah, and you know, if you survived there, I bet it would prevent them from pushing in like this. All right, coming back to the fight. Clean this up really nice, just like Moon Knight does. By the way, Moon Knight is a great character for newer players, like a beginning DPS, just because all of his shit bounces around. It's just, you know, relatively easy to use. I'm wondering.
The squirrels are going to hate me. You need their power.
Okay. I just, you know. I feel like you're maybe aiming at the Ankh a little bit too long there, because you did see the Thor. You did see him kind of back out here when you could have just been turning around and just shooting at him directly. You know, kind of a split-second thing, but there again, you know, it's like, yeah, the Ankh guarantees some hits. Yeah, it's not horrible.
Thanks.
Help. So cold. The area's almost yours. Co-op time.
You know, I watch these lower tier games, and I swear to God that all of the heroes in the game are moving slower. Like, it's set to like 0.75 speed or something, which is crazy, right? But then I realize they kind of are, because people in lower lobbies are using less actions per minute, which means they're using less movement actions per minute, such as dashes, leaps, you know, what have you. So they actually literally are covering less ground per second. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I'm not gonna critique aim too much. Honestly, I'm not the best aimer myself. That's not like really how I get most of my wins, because of my amazing aim. It's more so just like knowledge, I would say. Lots of people have better aim than me, especially this little like 18-year-olds on Adderall. But aim is something that you'll just get better at over time, for sure. So, you know, I'm not gonna like sit here and nitpick little aiming mistakes in this elo. So you get that first round, not bad. All I would say there is like all of those deaths were preventable. You could have come out of that with 0 deaths. Now you might argue, like, in that first death, like, well, if I got that second kill, maybe my death would be worth it. And I see what you're saying, and there's a lot of cases where that is true, but that's not one of them, because you didn't have to secure that second kill for your team to win that fight. They were going to win it no matter what, and you just didn't have to die there. Also, you know, make sure you're using the skin that does the most damage, right? I think it's the most expensive ones. They do the most damage, so make sure you're buying those skins, getting NetEase the most money possible, and just spending all of your money on those. Also, in Bronze Elo, you should be naturally, like, I can't hear your comms, you know, through this replay, obviously, but I hope you're in there just flaming all of your teammates, just talking trash, because that is the best part of being in Bronze. Just kidding. Please don't do that. We want a nice, fun family environment. No, honestly though, you can like, I mean, you know, you can banter, you can tease teammates, but there's a acceptable way to do it. You know what I mean? If you go too harsh, I mean, this is actually huge. This is actually huge. Your mental in games and your allies' mental is huge, because you will lose games based on it. How many hundreds of games have you played where Like you could have easily won the match, but then 2 or 3 people start arguing with each other, and they're not even moving, they're just typing to each other or yelling at each other over comms, and you're losing the game because they're angry at each other. Maybe one literally starts throwing. So you want to be, I mean, if you want to win, you want to be careful on not tilting your teammates. And that honestly is a huge, huge tip. But it's hard not to do, okay? It's hard not to do sometimes, I get it. And it's kind of fun, you know, it's kind of fun sometimes to point out people's flaws, for sure. So I'm not paying attention here, sorry.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Okay, you run in. Okay, this is the problem. You are not a tank as Moon Knight. You're very squishy. And when you round this corner, you can see just learning these controls here, but when you round the corner, you can see magic going on Mantis, right? Or yeah, coming towards you and Mantis. Looks like she was originally planning to go towards Mantis. And remember, you are a ranged character, you know, you don't have to get up in melee distance. There's no reason to rush on to the point right now. I mean, the area doesn't even unlock yet, even if you wanted to. And you know that magic has, what, 2 dashes that can put her in easy range of you. Plus, she does AoE damage, so what that character wants to naturally do is put herself right in the middle of 2 squishies. This is her wet dream, right? She's loving this. She can get in the middle of you and hit both of you. So all you needed to do is just, I mean, you could have just stood in the stairwell there. Stay safe.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. I captured the mission area.
They get the mission area. You're running back. I mean, and then, I mean, if you would have survived that, I mean, you know, it's very probable that they wouldn't have got the point, or at least there still would have been tension and they wouldn't have had this 2-person. I mean, at this point, before you got there, it's 5 versus 2. I mean, there's just, you know, and these 2 teammates of yours, by the way, basically needed to be backing out and just waiting for the team, so you're not staggered.
Bogeys incoming.
Which you can, don't be afraid to get on the mic and say, you know, politely, like, we'll recommend, hey guys, team's pretty much all dead. Can you back out, wait for the team, let's regroup. And because that's what the issue you're having here. They just have crazy numbers on you. And you will see this a lot from teams once they get the point, and they, especially like, I mean, I think they're just kind of doing it here because they're playing see enemy, kill enemy. They're just running you guys down. But in higher elo lobbies, or just teams will purposefully try to keep your team staggered. You know, so it's a constant 6 versus 3, you know, and then 3 people will die, and then they'll have to respawn, and then they'll fight the other 3, and it'll just be a non-ending, staggering wasteland that will tilt you and make you want to uninstall the game. So you basically, yeah, you got to get your team regrouped. So right here, sorry, am I talking too much? Yeah. So, I mean, you don't have vision on the enemy team, but you have a good idea, right? That they're all going to be right around there. Yeah. I like the idea there. Like, maybe I could ult and get them all as they, like, dogpile on me, but it just probably wasn't going to happen, especially with the high HP bars of those tanks. So it just kind of felt like a wasted ult. So yeah, basically you just needed to fight in a better spot.
Time to drain. A little
Get your team a little bit better together.
Get up, my fist.
Yeah, I mean, I know it can be really hard to get your team back on track
You need their power.
once you're staggered like this, because people aren't paying attention, they get frustrated, they just keep running in.
You needed it.
Oh, that's cool.
Time to drain.
Get ready.
I like where you're going with that, especially because, let's see. I want to see. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would have just waited a little bit longer, maybe, for your, if you just waited maybe like 3 more seconds even, you know. I mean, these seconds really matter, positioning wise. If you would have just waited a couple more seconds for your team to get in there, let one of your Magnetos start taking aggro, and then you can get in there scot-free and really start dishing out damage. Maybe get, you know, 2 of their squishies while they're facing the other way. That would have been a sick play. I would have loved to see a world where you won in 3 seconds later. I've never seen anyone wrap around the corner like that. That's pretty cool.
This was
Okay. Sorry, let's back up.
This was Khonshu's will.
They've almost got it.
Okay.
The winds are gone.
Beholds the god of thunder!
Control C's.
Time to drain.
Help, friends.
Girl will not forget your sacrifice, Captain.
You don't have to fight alone.
Okay. If I'm nitpicking, I would have liked to see you cancel that ult, you know, casting animation, just so you could get off some auto attacks or some, you know, some attacks quicker.
It pleases me
It
to
didn't
help.
end up mattering there, though.
Time to drain. All right, that feels
Yeah.
Time.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, there we go.
Khonshu demands vengeance.
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Power.
You owe me one.
Together to victory!
Surrender your strength.
For mutant kind!
Time to drain. Thanks.
Trying to help.
You can shoot. You can shoot during while you're rooted like that. You can still fire. You're gonna be stuck there anyway, so you might as well try to get some damage out.
Gather around.
Needed that. Thanks.
Or a dead friends. Gather around. Oh, I need assistance.
Time to drain.
You're doing better than they are. Double KO.
The squirrels are going to hate me.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Punisher's down. Crazy.
3.
Khonshu never
Nice.
rests. The moon haunts you.
Okay. Yeah, I think positioning is your biggest thing, you know, from what I'm seeing that I could recommend that you work on. You know. I mean, you got to utilize your range, right? And it'll save you from a lot of deaths when you put yourself out there.
Mission area is yours to capture.
You're just begging to get shot, right?
Hostile forces incoming.
Little land shark. I appreciate you.
So yeah, obviously positioning. Yeah, I think there might have been a couple situations where, like, I'd say you might be relying on using your onks to get damage out for you. Maybe a little bit too much. There might have been a couple situations where you were shooting at the onk when maybe you should have just been firing at the hero directly, either because they are too far away from the onk for it to ricochet to them, or it might have just been quicker or easier in a couple of the situations that I saw. But yeah, man, I mean, it's, what can I say? You guys, I mean, you crushed this game. You came out with a great score. That was my first one of these, so I hope you guys appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe for more content like this. I do all kinds of stuff, silly stuff, coaching stuff, and I also have people coach my games, grandmasters and stuff like that. So stay tuned. I hate that saying, not stay tuned. I'll see you next time.